Hello, welcome Solex Nation. Guess what?
We're sold out.
Completely sold out of Day of Discovery tickets.
Woohoo!
So if you got your ticket, congratulations. If you didn't, we're so sorry. Get them early next year.
Yeah. Next year, we'll get a bigger venue.
That's right. But we are completely sold out of Day of Discovery tickets. So that is very exciting. We can't wait for that September 13th and 14th. And that's coming right up.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge party. A lot of people.
Really is.
So this is the end of July and we're already sold out.
Yes.
Today is July 31st.
What should they do today?
So today, pull your reports.
Yes.
Great day to pull your reports. I know I say it every month. If you're brand new here in your back office, you just go to your quick reports and you produce those reports and export them. And that's all you need to do. You can look at them later. Don't worry about downloading and doing all that stuff if today's not the day, but today is the day to go and export those reports.
If you don't do it now, then what?
Then they disappear at midnight.
That's right.
Like Cinderella.
You want that information if you were building a team. So just pull your reports. We do say it every month. Don't let it be white noise. Actually go in and take care of that and pull those reports. You might want that information later and you might regret not pulling those reports.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is July 31st, which means tomorrow is August 1st, which means that we have a new incentive starting.
A new incentive, that's right. If you bring a new person to Solex and they buy the bundle and set up their subscription, that new person will receive one of our greatest products we've made to date, and that is Blue.
Blue, I love Blue.
Product.
Do you know what? Our daughter came to me the other day and she said, I have had a cold for weeks. I cannot stop coughing. She doesn't feel sick anymore. She just keeps coughing. And she's like, what should we do? What should I do? And we're like, you need to take some Blue. Yeah. And she did. And guess what? She feels great. Yep. So take Blue. Blue's is a wonderful incentive. Shout it from the rooftops how wonderful Blue is.
Yep. So join us in August. Bring people on. Get them a free Blue. That's worth up to, I think, $62.50.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Speaking of Blue.
Blue light blockers. A new lens for your Lightwave glasses. This is it's not part of the Lightwave color therapy that you do with inner voice, but what it is it's a lens that you can use when you're wearing those frames in between different sessions of color therapy. When you're in front of the computer, these are just the traditional blue light blocking glasses.
That's right. You already have your lenses. Just throw these lenses on top. You already have your frames. Throw these lenses on top when you're sitting in front of the computer. So those are available now in your back office. Okay, we had a license plate this week, and this is from Canada.
Wow.
This is Erika, Talerico, and AO Scan. She's joining the AO Scan family. Love it. Love to see these license plates. Great job, Erika. We will send you your Solex silver coin.
As long as we have one left. We'll send one
we still have some left. I hope you're coming to Day of Discovery. If you are, make sure you RSVP for the Legacy dinner because now you're in the Legacy group. All right, we're going to do the contest and the top enrollers. We're going to turn the time over to Kai and Karen.
All right, everybody, familiar face here. Karen's with us. Yeah, we're doing our contest and our top enrollers.
Yes.
All right, so let's jump into this. We asked people, what was the one thing that had the greatest impact on their business or created the most success in their business?
I'm so excited to read some of these.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. And then what we're giving away the journal and the tracker to each one of these. So if you already have one, great, you'll get a second one. That's probably to all your success. Hopefully they're mentioning that in some of these, right? Doc Stone's Natural Medicine. Again, let us know who you are so we can get you that journal, the planner, as well as the tracker. One thing I do that has the biggest impact on my business is being growth-oriented. I am every day looking for ways to grow myself, to grow my business. I realized long ago that if I am not intentional about my personal growth, my business will never grow at the pace that I want it to. Doc Stones, I think you're exactly right. That is perfectly summarized and well said. If we aren't doing it, it's not going to happen.
I agree, 100%. Yeah. I love that. Okay, let's see. We have here Health, Cath, Vitality Noun 6047. Building strong relationships with clients by actively listening to their needs and providing personalized care fosters trust. This trust increases the likelihood that clients will adopt and benefit from frequency-based health solutions.
Yeah, that is perfect for Solex. That is perfect for our product, our flagship product, the one-on-one experience, right?
Yes,
yeah,
trust is important. I love that.
Yeah, and you really get it when you actually are genuinely interested in the person you're working with.
Yes, and people can tell when you're being genuine.
Yeah, they can. All right, last one. Here it is. Okay. Oh dear. User. Okay, we don't know who this is. So let us know. User ZQ. You can see it on the screen. Okay. Use the tools we have access to, Practice putting frequency playlists together for people. Research the homeopathic remedies to see where they can help. Share your experiences. Being consistent with the scanner and the learning, that's helped me the most. Totally agree with that. In the share concept, it's you being that goes back to the genuine, I think, experience. When we're one-on-one with someone, it's not telling necessarily, we can tell other people's stories, but when they're personal to us and the impact they had on us personally, that really has an impact on others, right? Yes. And then consistent. I cheer that on 100%. Okay, that's it. Everybody's going to get the journal, the planner, and the tracker. And now we have our top enrollers.
Yes, exciting.
We have a tie for second. This is for the week of July 22nd to 28th. And in our tie for second, we have a three-way tie. We have Stephanie Tornatori,
Joyce Oglesby,
and Dori Capretti. And then drum roll, first place. We haven't seen this name for a while.
Becky Coots Kimbley. Sorry, Coots Kimbley.
Good job, Becky. Well done. Becky Coots Kimbley. She is a brand new platinum.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Heavy hitter out there. Great job, Becky. Great job, everybody. Well done in sharing the technology consistently like we just shared. A Solex silver coin goes out to Becky. And I think she already has a few of them, but here's another one. How about that?
Did you know that Solex is the premier health technology company on the market? The reason is because we have a handheld wellness technology device that is innovative to anything you've had before. There is the option for inner voice, so emotion. There's the option for looking at the vital scan, looking at inside the physical aspect of the body via energy, as well as MindSync and SEFI. But one of the main reasons why I love this technology so much is because of the Easy Scan. Let me tell you a little story about that. I use Easy Scan every single morning when I get out of bed. The reason is because one, I don't have a ton of time sometimes to sit down and do scan after scan after scan. And the Easy Scan provides me a way to be able to look at the big picture of what's going on in my body at one given time before I start my day. And the truth is, I actually turn it on, I do my voice, set it down, and then I go get ready for whatever I'm prepping that day. Maybe it's going for a walk, maybe it's going to the gym, maybe it's making breakfast for my family, or maybe it's just getting in the shower and getting ready for work. Then what I do is I come back to it. This is why it's so easy. Because I can push play, it's going to give me all the voice tones that I need to correct the emotions that I might be going through at that one given time. And what I do is I typically look at, there's highs and lows when it comes to the information that's provided. So I look at where I need to really focus on there's two different colors that are gonna come up. Maybe it's red and maybe it's yellow. So what I do is I start to focus on those colors throughout my day. It's not about having to take more time and energy right then and there. It's about if I have the glasses, sometimes I'll put them on, but sometimes I don't. I do focus on those colors. Maybe I'll grab a red shirt for the day, or maybe I'll grab, a yellow piece of jewelry and put it on. Inviting those colors into my day creates truly a way for me to balance my own emotions. I don't always look at the vitals and the information part of that. But what I do then is scroll down, and the second place I look are what are my energy centers doing? So the other day I was looking at it and I couldn't understand why my liver my liver meridians were coming up on the meridian balancing chart. So I didn't pay too much attention because there's no reason to get stuck on those things. I started to scroll down, and then it came to what supplements I needed for that day. And it came up twice. It came up with gold. Now, why would gold come up twice? And then I think back to my liver and I was like, what in the world is my body asking for? And then it dawned on me. Have you ever wondered why Solex, Fulvic, and humic acid is called gold?
Well, there's a reason for that, because most oftentimes when you see humic and fulvic acid, it looks black. And the reason for gold to be the color that it is, it's more of a gold color because humic is black, fulvic is not black. So when you have more humic acid than fulvic acid, and Solex's gold is a 1 humic acid to 9 fulvic acid ratio. So when you have a 9-to-1 ratio and you draw up the liquid into the dropper and you see that it's kind of a gold color with little speckles of black, that is why ours is so powerful in supporting the body, because we have more support. So when you think about how that enters into a cell, if you think about a cell has a lot of, it's got nutrients in it, it's got hydration in it, and it's got toxins. Humic and fulvic acid is really designed to get into the cell, dump out the toxins, fill it up with nutrients, because that is the detoxifying power of the technology of gold. So when you have those little humic flakes, you're actually grabbing onto the toxins and helping your body facilitate them out, while the fulvic acid is bringing in the nutrients into the cell. So you are going to be healthier, your body is going to recover faster, and it's going to help with that absorption and healing process. Fulvic minerals, our gold, is so powerful in providing information to our body, but mainly for absorption, for a healing aspect, for transporting nutrients and cofactors into our body. But then it's got that humic aspect. And that humic aspect is kind of like the garbage man. It's absorbing all the toxins. So when you have fulvic acid that needs to get in the body and your body keeps asking for it, I want you to think about, well, what I thought about anyway was, what is my body trying to detox that it can't? You know, is it from food? Is it from airborne toxins? And the truth is for me, I knew exactly what it was, because the air quality around me has been so bad from the fires that I knew that my body was having a hard time detoxifying, because it was now subjected to one more toxin in my day-to-day. So what I did is, it wasn't a matter of me asking the question of why is it coming up twice. I knew it was coming up. I knew I had it available. So I went and I took a dropper of it. And let my body do what it was designed to do. Then I started to look at the rest of my report. I do this literally in 2 minutes. I don't spend much time. I scroll through it and I see, because on the Easy Scan, it's only giving you areas that need the most optimization. Everything else is already in balance, so you don't have to focus on those. So I looked down at my liver and I saw on my liver area, my liver and detoxification, my body was having a hard time detoxifying. So I was able to connect the dots back to why humic and fulvic acid was coming up. Our gold is such a powerhouse when it comes to supplementation. The reason is because we need those minerals as a foundational health. We need it to do all the body processes that it does. So it's not that if you don't have it, that's okay. You can order it. If you do have it, utilize it. But your scanner is giving you information every time you scan, and it doesn't have to be, I don't need to take it so literal. It doesn't have to be so black and white. Just think of ways that you can help support your body. So I added in the colors. I added in the supplements. I added in the voice tones for the day. And then I added in the information that I needed to be able to look and support maybe other detoxification factors. Warm lemon water. For me, it was I also added in some extra electrolytes. So when I go and I have this information at my fingertips, don't overwhelm yourself with it. So if you're just starting out, pick one thing on the scanner, just like I did. And like I said, you can do Easy Scan, which is 3 different categories. If you want to just do your inner voice, start there. You can use the glasses if you want, or you can just tune in to different colors around you as well. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and a doctor was talking about fulvic and humic acid and how we really need the foundation of that before we start implementing other solutions. So other supplements per se. You've got to start with the minerals. You have to start with the foundational piece, because if your foundation is broken, The rest of the house, everything up above that, becomes unstabilized. And that's where the body really fights for attention and where mostly immediate support needs help. So when I saw humic and fulvic acid or gold coming up on my skin, I knew that my foundation needed extra support. So don't forget, because if you just start there with hydration, fulvic acid, everything else will follow suit.
So I want to tell you why I love SEFIs so much. SEFIs have been a game changer in my life. I started with the AO Scan in fall of 2021, and SEFI has been a staple in our world since the very, very beginning. So my first experience really using SEFI was not even 2 weeks after I had started with AO Scan. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just playing around with it, and it was right before Thanksgiving. It was the night before Thanksgiving, and my mom fell. And it was the middle of the night. She went to take the garbage out and fell and didn't tell anybody. She got up the next morning. She had a black eye and she was in pain. Her ribs were hurting. So my sister took her to urgent care and I turned on SEFIs. I ran some inner voice for her and I turned on some SEFIs, and she went to urgent care and they did some x-rays and they saw that she had 3 cracked ribs, but they also saw that she had some internal bleeding on her liver. They weren't sure if there was a cyst that was there, that we already knew was there, if that had ruptured, or if she had severed her liver. So being Thanksgiving Day, they rushed her down to the trauma hospital. And of course, everybody at home was concerned, and all I knew what to do, feeling helpless, was turn on some more SEFIs. So I just created a SEFI playlist, threw in everything but the kitchen sink at her. I had no clue what I was doing because literally I just started using this, and we just let them run and run and run. And several hours later, after the trauma doctor saw her, my sister called and said there was no sign of internal bleeding anymore. It had totally cleared itself up. And so we know, our whole family knew, that the only thing that we had done differently was have those SEFIs on. And it was so powerful because the body is amazing. When we give it that right frequency, when we give it that right energy, it can begin to heal itself. And that's exactly what happened that day. So she still had 3 broken ribs that had to heal, but there was no internal bleeding. She didn't end up needing any kind of surgery. She ended up being completely fine. So that was the turning point in my family, that everybody was like, okay, we're in. And the whole family dove into using AO Scan. My sister, my father, everybody, we used it consistently. And next thing, as we continued to go forward with SEFIs, was with my kids. I have 3 kids, and as anybody who has kids know, kids can sometimes be temperamental and can have, lose their cool. And so I created a SEFI playlist. It's my Inner Peace and Tranquility playlist. This playlist is gold in my house. Whenever anybody is having a tough time, everyone in the house knows how to turn on this playlist, and it's whoever it is just settles. And there was one day that I was on a call with a client, and one of my children was having a very rough time and was very upset over I don't even know what. And I was trying to work with my client, and I said to my client, give me just 1 second. And I put them on mute, and I went to my device and I turned on this Inner Peace and Tranquility playlist. And then I went back to my client, and in under a minute, all went silent. And my client said, what did you just do? And I chuckled and I said, I turned on SEFIs, and that shifted everything. So it was so fun and so powerful. And that was sort of the turning point. That was the first time that I really did that in our house. But now all of my kids know if one person's having a rough time, somebody else knows, if I'm not around, somebody else knows to go and just turn on those SEFIs and use that sacred Inner Peace and Tranquility playlist. There was another time with SEFIs when it was New Year's Eve, and we were out with some friends of ours. And this friend of mine had originally had an AO Scan subscription, and she had used it for a little while, but she wasn't sure how, she wasn't using it enough. And so she had turned off her subscription. And we were out, we live in Florida, and we go to Disney World quite frequently. And on New Year's Eve, we were at Epcot. And my friend's son, very tired, we were all tired. We had been out late the night before at Magic Kingdom the night before. And we're walking through, and we stop and we get our kids some Mickey Bar ice cream bars. And my friend's youngest son opens up the ice cream bar, and the chocolate falls to the ground. And he goes crazy. He is hysterical. He's screaming like you would think someone was murdering him. And my friend was trying everything, talking to him, trying to rationalize with him, offering him a new one, all the things. The cast member was offering him a new one for free, and he just wouldn't hear anything of it. And finally I looked at her and I said, can I turn on some SEFIs for him? And she was like, yes, please, do whatever you have to do. And so I went and I turned on some SEFIs, and in under a minute, he was all calm, and he looks at his mom and says, yeah, can I have another Mickey bar, please? And it was over. The rest of the night, we were totally fine. We got him his ice cream, and he was totally fine, and we went on and enjoyed the rest of our evening. As soon as this happened, my friend said, tomorrow, I'm getting right back onto AO Scan, and she did. She reenacted her AO Scan subscription and has been using it ever since, very consistently with her kids and her friends and her family. So SEFIs are absolutely the go-to in our house, whether it is for emotional needs, or emotional regulation, physical needs, someone has a headache, someone doesn't feel well, anything. SEFIs are our first go-to. I have seen so many amazing transformations just from using SEFIs and having that be your first line of defense, that if you're not currently using SEFIs, why not?
Hi, Solex Nation. It's so great to be here with you tonight. I am thrilled to share with you how I help others get the most out of using their AO Scan technology. So the first step I want to share with you is to take some time to audit your life. What does this mean? Well, I want you to sit down and reflect on your health, your relationships, and even your business, and identify any areas where you may be experiencing some imbalances. Once you have those areas identified, you can then set goals on how to improve those areas of your life using your AO Scan. Why does this matter? Well, I hear often from people that when they're first getting started with AO Scan, that it's overwhelming. There's so much to choose from. Where do I start? Or people are so excited that they're tapping all the buttons and they're sending all the frequencies to themselves, but they're not being consistent with what they need. So by setting goals and identifying where you need support in your life, you will better be able to have focus and clarity on what programs to use within the AO Scan. So now I want to share with you some ways that I help others use the AO Scan in some unique and creative ways. Have you ever used the Spaces and Objects program? Did you know that you can send frequencies to your bank account, to your back office with Solex, to your credit cards, to your house? I had the most amazing experience this year thus far. We've had some wild storms in Houston, where I'm from, and I have been sending frequencies each time these storms come through to my house to protect us and keep us safe. I'm using Energetic Shield, Aura Builder, Love, Inner Peace, things like that. And time again, we have not lost power. The 2 times I didn't do it because I was out of town, we lost power for 8 hours. This scanner is so powerful, and you can support your home, your pets, your bed, your plants growing in your garden. There's so many ways you can send frequencies to anything with the Spaces and Objects program. Another one I love to share is using body systems to release emotions. So many of you are certified in different modalities to clear and release emotions. Run body system scans on yourself and others, and look at the emotional causes listed on the report. Then from there, use your tools that you have to clear those emotions and to help others do the same. Another thing is I really cannot stress enough using MindSync to help reprogram your subconscious beliefs, because you are powerful and you hold within you the innate ability to heal. With tools like the AO Scan and all of our other wonderful products, you absolutely can turn your life around and return to thriving. Just start one program at a time, easy scan daily. Read your report. It's okay if you can't interpret it, but look at all of the areas that are out of balance. And then after your easy scan, then go use SEFI frequencies to support shifting those things back to balance. But it's important, as I mentioned in the beginning, to focus, have goals. Don't try to work on 10 different things at once, because you're going to overwhelm yourself and your system. And you really only need to be doing 1 to 3 things at a time. Start with those foundational things like sleep, which is so important for us to heal, mood support, right? So you can get through your day and you're motivated to exercise and move and to do your mind sync. So I hope these help you. Have fun with it and don't overthink it.
We had a lot on this call today.
Yes, a lot of things covered. Hope you enjoyed it, but now it's contest time. And so now we announce what we're going to give away next week.
Yes. Well, what do we want to have them do first?
You know, Jen Hawks talked about gold.
She did.
Gold is a product that we sell here at Solex that Sheila Day believes we do not talk enough about. Sorry, Sheila. I hope this does some justice to it. What is gold? Gold's a fulvic acid product. There's a 9-to-1 fulvic to humic acid ratio in our gold.
That's right.
And that is a fantastic product in so many ways. But what we want to ask you is, what have you learned about fulvic acid that you can share with the community? What are different benefits from using fulvic acid in your daily health routine?
Not necessarily what did you learn today, although you did learn some things today, but what have you learned from taking it? What do you know about fulvic acid and how has it changed you? We want to hear those testimonials, and what are we going to give them?
Gold, of
Duh.
course.
So we'll draw 3 names next week and give you gold. Hope you
right.
have a great week.
Yes, we're sold out.
I can't believe you just took my thunder.
I totally did that, sorry.
Did you know that Premier
Solex
Health
is
Technology?
Now I want to share with you a little bit about, have fun with it. Nope. Now I want to share. Okay, so we got the first half done. This is the second half.